Today is October 16th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today at the Big Book, we're going to continue our journey through Chapter 7, Working with Others. We'll be reading page 93. At the 12 and 12, we will once again continue our journey through Step 12. We'll read page 118. And of course, we'll read today's daily reflection and 24 hours a day. So with that, hope you all are doing well this morning, my friends. Once again, we've been given a brand new set of 24 hours. I know we say that every morning, but truly every morning is a gift. You know, I heard one time somebody say, how many people out there made plans for the next day before they went to bed and didn't wake up? In a way, it's kind of a morbid thought, but in a way, it's also kind of a reminder that every day really is a gift. But anyways, let's get to the good stuff. Alright, if you recall from yesterday's reading, we left off on a pretty powerful note, talking about working with others. In italics, and we've talked about this many times, anything that was written in italics, especially in that first printing, it was expensive to print that way, and it was very important. And they said, on 93, tell him exactly what happened to you. Stress the spiritual feature freely. If the man be agnostic or atheist, make it emphatic that he does not have to agree with your conception of God. And then the last one, the main thing is that he be willing to believe in a power greater than himself, and that he live by spiritual principles. So we are going to finish off page 93. When dealing with such a person, you better use everyday language to describe spiritual principles. There is no use arousing any prejudice he may have against certain theological terms and conceptions about which he may already be confused. Don't raise such issues no matter what your own convictions are. Your prospect may belong to a religious denomination. His religious education and training may be far superior to yours. In that case, he's going to wonder how you can add anything to what he already knows. But he will be curious to learn why his own convictions have not worked and why yours seem to work so well. He may be an example of truth that faith alone is insufficient. To be vital, faith must be accompanied by self-sacrifice and unselfish, constructive action. Let him see that you are not there to instruct him in religion. Admit that he probably knows more about it than you do. But call to his attention the fact that however deep his faith and knowledge, he cannot have applied it, or he would not drink. Perhaps your story will help him see where he has failed to practice the very precepts that he knows so well. We represent no particular faith or denomination. We are dealing only with general principles common to most denominations. Out of the 12 and 12 run, Step 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Page 118. If the man is affected, the wife must become the head of the house, often the breadwinner. As matters get worse, the husband becomes a sick and irresponsible child who needs to be looked after and extricated from endless scrapes and impasses. Very gradually, and usually without any realization of the fact, the wife is forced to become the mother of an erring boy. And if she's had a strong maternal instinct to begin with, the situation is aggravated. Obviously, not much partnership can exist under these conditions. The wife usually goes on doing the best that she knows how. But meanwhile, the alcoholic alternately loves and hates her maternal care. A pattern is thereby established that may take a lot of undoing later on. Nevertheless, under the influence of AA's 12 steps, these situations are often set right. When the distortion has been great, however, A long period of patient striving may be necessary. After the husband joins AA, the wife may become discontented, even highly resentful that Alcoholics Anonymous has done the very thing that all of her years of devotion had failed to do. Her husband may become so wrapped up in AA and his new friends that he is inconsiderately away from home more than when he drank. Seeing her unhappiness, he recommends AA's 12 steps and tries to teach her how to live. She naturally feels that for years, she's made a far better job of living than he has. Both of them blame each other and ask when their marriage is ever going to be happy again. They may even begin to suspect that it had never been any good in the first place. "24 hours a day, October 16th. AA thought for the day. How seriously do I take my obligations to AA? Have I taken all the good that I can get out of it and then let my obligations slide? Or do I constantly feel a deep sense of loyalty to the whole AA movement? Am I not only grateful but also proud to be a part of such a wonderful fellowship, which is doing such marvelous work among alcoholics? Am I glad to be a part of a great work that AA is doing? And do I feel a deep obligation to carry on that work at every opportunity? Do I feel that I owe AA my loyalty and devotion?" Meditation for the day. If your heart is right, your world will be right. The beginning of all reform must be in yourself. It's not what happens to you, it's how you take it. However restricted your circumstances, however little you may be able to remedy financial affairs, you can always turn to your inward self and, seeing something not in order there, seek to right it. And as all reform is from within outward, you will always find that the outward is improved as the inward is improved. As you improve yourself, your outward circumstances will change for the better. The power released from within yourself will change your outward life. Prayer for the day. I pray that the hidden power within me may be released. I pray that I may not imprison the spirit that is within me. Daily Reflection, October 16th. Throughout each day. This is not an overnight matter. It should continue for our lifetime. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 84. During my early years in AA, I saw step 10 as a suggestion that I periodically look at my behavior and reactions. If there was something wrong, I should admit it. If an apology was necessary, I should give one. After a few years of sobriety, I felt that I should undertake a self-examination more frequently. Not until several more years of sobriety had elapsed did I realize the full meaning of step 10. And the word continued. Continued does not mean occasionally or frequently. It means throughout each day. All right, that concludes today's reading, and man, that last one I certainly needed to hear. As I've said many times, I am a morning person. I got my morning routine established, but it's been a lot greater of a challenge for me in the evenings to take that inventory. However, I have kind of checkpoints throughout the day that really help me. I'm in a profession, as I've said many times, where I'm surrounded by a lot of people throughout the day. But there are also periods of quiet time. During my lunch break, I like to kind of sit outside and just be still. And a lot of times that's when I do my inventory and I replay everything that's happened so far. And I examine my attitude and my outlook. And if there's anything that's kind of off, I pray for forgiveness, or I pray for the right thought or action. And I make sure, as the Big Book teaches me, not to dwell on self-remorse and self-pity. or morbid reflection, as it says, because that might destroy my usefulness to others. But in the evening time, when I'm tired, after I've worked with homework with the kids, we've done our showers and everything, and it's about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, eyelids are getting heavy. It's really hard for me to take that inventory, but I'm trying, and I'm getting slightly better at it. As a matter of fact, my family and I, we've established a new routine where we all try to pray together. We try to think about one good thing that happened throughout the day. And we talk about that in our prayers. And in a way, that's kind of like inventory too. Thinking about not just the bad things, the things that went wrong, the mistakes I've made, but the beautiful things that happened throughout the day. And just by dwelling on those, we realize that every single day has so much in store. Those hard circumstances, they're not bad. Some of the greatest lessons I've ever learned were from pain and the mistakes I've made, so they can turn out to be something good too. But then all the good things that happen throughout the day too. It's easy to just kind of gloss through them and forget them. By taking this inventory, well, I can go through the lessons that I learned, and I can praise my higher power for the good things that have happened too. All throughout the day, to continue to do it throughout the day. So much to be thankful for. So that, my friends, as always, I don't speak on behalf of AA or NA or Al-Anon or any other sect or denomination. I am just a friend in this lifeboat of recovery, just trying to figure it out. And I am really grateful that you're here with me. If we are given another set of 24 hours, my friends, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.